All right, controversial thoughts. Yo. Okay.
Clearly, you weren't ready for that one.
No, I was. All right. Here's the thing. I saw Monuments Men, and I don't know anything about this aspect of history, but it seemed to me like Hitler was really into art, just like America and Europe and everybody. It seemed like poor people just kill each other in wars, and rich people just care about paintings. So I wasn't that moved by George Clooney's story about fat old men going into war to protect paintings from Hitler, who was intent on building a giant Hitler museum to store all the paintings. Yeah, controversial thoughts. Okay. I mean, Erin and I got in a fight about it. She's an artist. She's a visual artist.
Wait, what was the fight about?
Well,
what side were you on and what side was she on?
Well, because I don't know anything.
Who was on Hitler's side?
Me. Kind of. No, that's not true. That's not true at all. She kept accusing me of being on Hitler's side. The irony was, I'm not on Hitler's side. I'm not on artist's side. I'm not on art's side, because I kept going seems like art's kind of a... So, we keep talking about art, how important it is. Everyone agrees art is important. There's a scene in the movie where they're looking for all this art. We got to protect the art. And then they find a bunch of gold. And then, Eisenhower comes down, he's taking his picture with all the gold, and, two of the characters go, they give a fuck about gold, but they don't give a fuck about art. It's what's the fucking difference? There's just less art. It's like the gold is stacks of shit that everyone agreed was valuable. That's all art is. And I was just saying, Erin burst into tears, part of it, not because she thought the movie was good, but because she thought the movie was profaning something that she cared a lot about. She was explaining, by the way, we're both drunk. She's explaining on the way home, it's like Hitler, he wanted to destroy all the art that he didn't think was good, and that was terrible. And there's a scene where they blowtorch a bunch of art, and I was like, well, that was scorched earth, though. Hitler did a Nero doctrine where he said, if I fall or if Germany falls, start destroying everything. So then the art was in trouble. So I was just driving home with Erin and going, what? I feel like all the rich people in the movie all agree that art is valuable, and all the poor people are just off camera getting shot and blown up. And all of them were like, fuck art, there's a bullet in my brain. And that's the side I was on, but she twisted that into me being pro-Hitler. Because I was like, he wanted to make a museum.
He didn't want to make a museum.
He wanted to make a very big Hitler museum. That is not debatable.
He declared lots of art degenerate art, but also there was it was open season. If Himmler or whoever said, I'm really into such and such an artist, that was for you. Whether or not that was degenerate or not, it was just basically, let's just go pilfer and loot all of Europe.
They stole all the art,
but they weren't going to open a big museum.
Burning it.
They were all going to go keep it and hoard it because it was, you could equate that to
worth
gold.
Money,
worth gold.
Yeah. And that's different from the Vatican. How?
Wow, you made a leap there, man.
That's different from the Louvre. How? That's different from. I mean, why we are all hoard art? We hang it on the wall. We look at it. It's fucking great. So valuable. We all agree it's valuable. Wow, look at this precious thing. It's one of a kind. Gold is valuable because it's a rare element. Yeah, I mean, aluminum's less valuable.
I would say gold is more arbitrary as a value of worth, just because it doesn't decay or oxidize or whatever. Like art, you could at least agree on that it has beauty, has like intrinsic value to whomever. But I don't think that's what they were doing. I think there was just a bunch of asshole German guys going around there and stealing shit that they wanted to belong to them.
I don't think those guys had good taste. I think the first person that'll tell you that is an artist, someone in art school. They can't wait to tell you what a mediocre artist Hitler was. You know why? Because otherwise, Hitler's just an artist. Yeah. Well, everyone's going to tell you what a bad artist Hitler was, because otherwise you get to go, yeah, you artists, you live in boxes and you eat poop for a living, but but give you a little bit of power, and oh boy,
Yeah. Wait, I have.
they gotta go. Hitler doesn't count. Hitler doesn't count.
I haven't
He's really
seen-
bad at perspective.
I haven't seen.
He was an artist.
I haven't seen the movie, but like there are like you see films of like the German museums like during the Reich and they like cleansed Europe or at least Germany of all the degenerate art, and so there's all these like galleries full of like Germanic like just a bunch of like big macho statues, and there's no emotion to it. It's just really stark and intimidating. Meanwhile, the Nazis that had taste were scooping up all the Botticellis and all the really good shit, and they were all just taking it and like we know that Hitler's not down for this, but we want a fucking gigantic basement full of the stuff that we know that will always have value, right?
Yes.
So, okay, look, I probably won't see the movie. Is there a way to tell me what happens without spoiling, or is that the whole?
Hitler
spoiler?
loses all his art. He loses all the art, and we get it all back. You know,
Do we get it all back, or does some, or is there?
No, there's a
is
bunch
there a
lost. It's
bittersweet
terrible.
coda? Like, oh, but we'll never know what we didn't get back.
There's points where they're holding up like burnt frames and it says Picasso on the bottom. It's like we lost a fucking Picasso.
Yeah, but also we lost a bunch of people, and also like yeah.
Yeah.
Look, Clooney came on Colbert and they showed a clip of him and Matt Damon talking about how old they were and they're going to go save art paintings. It didn't seem like a good movie.
It's it's not. It's the concept of whether or not a painting is worth more than human life. I think is a very important one, and I think that you need to. Yeah, I mean,
Well,
it needs to be cinematically.
Siskel and Ebert weighed movies on thumbs, and some people weigh it on stars. I feel a more accurate way to measure a movie's value is through freestyle rapping.
Yo, Monuments Man. Yo, see it again. Yo, see it at the IMAX down the street. Fuck your daddy on his feet. Go to Monuments Men by George Clooney. I fucked your mom like my name was Hal Rooney. Mickey Rooney, I meant. Say it again. Go to see Monuments on Friday. Fucked your mama on her eye. It was eye day. I put it in my inner socket.
Okay, look.
It was about to rhyme with rocket. I was gonna go places.